Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to a new series that we have going. It is Into the Breach. Many of you are probably already familiar with this game. It recently came out from the developers of FTL. It is a superb game. It's been played heavily on Twitch recently, running all kinds of praise from all kinds of different people. Basically, it's sort of like a tactical RPG without most of the RPG stuff. It's sort of like a tactical puzzle game in some respects. I'm pretty exhausted right now, and also I don't feel like I can explain this very well. It's a complicated game, so I'm just going to jump right in. I haven't beaten it yet. I haven't put that much time into it. I've been pretty swamped dealing with other stuff, but I've done okay. Like, I've gotten to the third island, and I've gotten to the last fight, and generally I just lose to stupidity most of the time. But anyway. Okay, so this is an interesting situation. I've got a hard one here. By the way, these are basically the rewards that you get from each one of these. Stars are corporate reputation. The lightning bolts are power grid, which is a constant resource that if you run out of, you lose. I think I mainly want to go for reputation, so I'm going to do that. I don't really feel like I need grid power just yet. I might wind up with one in the end, but right now it doesn't matter. We have 3 mechs. One of them is punchy. One of them is like a rook, I think is the unit in chess. Moves in straight, or fires in straight lines. It can move wherever, but it fires in straight lines. Okay, so this isn't too bad. This is a reasonably winnable fight here, because what I can do, kind of want to do that. I don't really care about taking damage here. This is only going to do 1 damage. This guy's shooting, he is the same as the tank. He shoots like in a straight line. These guys do 3. They have to go, but I have a super easy way to get rid. But maybe I don't. That actually kind of sucks. Well, I'm just trying to see if I can free up a free move here so that I can get the time pod, which gets me bonuses. I can definitely get it, it's just a question of when. I think this is going to be the right way to do this. So as you can see, the artillery can shoot in straight lines in any direction, but not adjacent. And then it knocks back everything around the target and damages the target for 1. So the reason that I did this was because I didn't want my big mech to be frozen, and also I wanted this. Actually, that I'm not really a fan of that right now. The reason why I didn't want my big mech there was because if I shot the guy that was here, he'll knock into my mech and do a damage to it. And if I'm also going to take a hit from this guy, I'm not really thrilled about that. I'm gonna just take the damage this turn. I'm taking 2 damage this turn, but it doesn't carry over to the next mission or anything. And I can repair in mission anyway, so it's really, honestly, not that big of a deal. Okay, so one of the Vec, which are the enemy units, I knocked it into where an enemy was going to spawn, and that caused the enemy to die. Or sorry, that caused the one that was going to spawn to not pop up, and then the one that was blocking it took 1 damage, which killed it. That's what I meant to say. I'm going to be down to 1 HP here and surrounded by enemies, and I'm not really a big fan of that. But it is what it is. Yeah, I still have an action here, but there's nothing to do. I wanted to move there rather than block an enemy spawn because I wanted to just guarantee that I'm going to get the time pod. You can destroy it. If an enemy is pushed onto that tile, it'll destroy it. There's a number of things that'll destroy time pods, so it's always better, in my opinion, to just get it. Okay, so now we have a really cool opportunity here. I have a number of things that I could do. This is probably going to be the way to go. Now I'm going to knock my own mech into the water, but that doesn't actually kill my units. So who cares? And also it gets me out of the forest tile, which can burn, as you see here. And if this thing lights on fire, it's dead, basically, because it only has 1 health. Not entirely sure how many chances, if any, I would get to save it. Alright, new guy here. This one buffs the other aliens. And it kind of sucks because this one causes the other ones to explode. But it's not a huge deal. I kind of want to... I'd prefer to heal this guy, but well, no, it's the last turn anyway, so who cares? I could be really weird. This gets me the most kills. As silly as that seems to shoot my own unit, it puts the Scion in range of this guy, so I can kill him with 1 hit, and also it pushes the other one into water. I could have fired with this to hit this guy, but I still would have had to, no matter what, I would have had to knock back one of the other two to get the plan to work. So it made the most sense just to shoot my own. There is experience. Stuff can level up, but it's not something that I think you necessarily have to worry about. It only becomes an issue if someone dies. But that's... I'm completely inexperienced. Oh, I got a pilot. That's actually pretty valuable. I got a new pilot. Let me go ahead and use that. Who do I want that on? I kind of want her on this guy, because he's the one who's going to get webbed the most. And smoke is... You'll see that later. We don't care about that right now. Probably put this guy on the tank. Oops. And then this is equivalent experience, it doesn't really... So yeah, they're fun to play around with, you can get different bonuses and stuff. Yeah. Later on we can power those up, we're not really at that point yet. We'll do this one next, but we might want to... No, I hate this one, actually. We may actually... Well, this isn't that bad. So I don't like the train ones typically because they're kind of a pain in the ass. Because most of the times I get them on a desert map and there's houses here. Or there's like a civilian building that's power grid here that like makes it really annoying to deal with any Vec that get right in the front area. So I probably just need to learn to play that better, but it still annoys the hell out of me. Okay, so this is an easy kill. I should just do that and not worry about it. Then I got these 2 jokers to worry about, and I actually could kill one of them guaranteed. And I can do that while getting a block. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because it also involves getting my big mech down there, which I kind of want. So that you can kind of body block the train, defend it a bit. Since that is our objective. Defend it. So block a Vec, take 1 damage, and then 1 more spawns. And it's an easy one, it's a 1 health one. Anything will kill it, so... Alright, I can't be webbed. See, there you go, payoff right there. Okay, this is actually a great situation. So what I can do is if I move here, I can do this. I don't really want to move my tank, but it doesn't matter if I move my tank. I come here. Both die. Because knocking one of them into another causes it to take an extra damage. So the one with 1 health had something else knocked into it, which dealt 1 damage, and then the one with 2 health got shot and then also got knocked into it, so it took 2 damage. The tank shot only does 1 damage, by the way. Mech does 2 starting out, tank does 1, artillery does 1 to the unit it hits directly. So this is another good opportunity to shoot it with that, and actually, yeah. This kind of solves all my problems to do this. Because this guy just, he doesn't matter. He's irrelevant. I could hit him for one just for fun, but the mission ends this turn, so it makes no difference. GG. Alright, this is going pretty well. I usually don't do this well. I'm really not good at this. Oh, +3 grid defense. That's actually pretty good. That's this right here. So when one of the civilian buildings gets hit, there's a % chance that it doesn't take any damage. Base is 15, and then we've got +3 from a pilot, which is pretty cool. And then +2 mech HP for our other guy, which is actually okay on the tank. It's not amazing. But I can know that in a fight and say, okay, well, based on that, I'm going to make sure that I use more, use the tank more to block. Sorry about the heater. Alright, turn that off for the video. Apparently it's picked up very loudly by the mic, so... I should probably go for a grid power, but... nah. I think I'm guaranteed to get one. Unless I go for something else, but... Oh, hey. I like this. This is the tank mission, so you get these two little guys. They don't start out working, but we get them later. You'll see. Sorry, I don't know why breathing in there made a very strange noise. I apologize for that. Hopefully you guys couldn't even hear it, but... okay. That's good. That is... fine. Okay, so all three here are threatening buildings. These two will deal 1 damage, this one will do 3. So if I'm going to let anything hit a building, it should be one of these two, but I don't think there's any reason to. No, there might be a reason to. No, there isn't. Okay. So what I can do is if I come over here... No, there is. Shit. That's rough. No, I could do it. Right. I think if I... So I do get a turn reset if I screw this up. If I come down... If I move the tank here, tank does 1 damage, 2 damage because it knocks it in. Then this guy has 1 health. If I target this, but then I hurt the tank, so I'd have to target the mountain, which I can't do. I could do this, but it'll hurt me for 1. Because what I have to do now is be here. Oh no, that Vec is dead. Okay. But I still have to hit this guy. So the reason I didn't shoot this one is it would have knocked my tank into the mini-tank, and I would have lost an objective as a result. Which obviously is not a good thing. So that turn was a little bit unfortunate. I would have preferred not to take damage, but hey, that's why we got... Well, that's one benefit of having 2 extra health on our tank. Okay, this is actually slightly problematic. But there's some things that I can do here. Not actually much. So the problem right now is that anything that I do... Oh no, never mind, we're fine. I'm gonna take another damage on the tank, but again, that's why you do this. We need to get our artillery back in a more favorable position to hit anything that pops up. Basically, ideally I needed the tank to shoot the leaper, but he wasn't really in a good position to do that. Okay, now I have the tanks. Now things are much easier. Or at least different. So... this guy's neutralized just by knocking him back 1. But the interesting thing is... I could... just move out of the way of this and have no issue. But then I'm not gonna hit anything. But do I care? Okay, let's think about this. That guy's fine, I can deal with him anyway. This isn't gonna hit anything regardless, so I don't really care. I just have to get out of its way. But maybe I don't care. Maybe I knock this guy down and then push him over to block 1. It's a possibility. What if I use my tank for something else? If I put the tank here, I'm kind of freeing up Basically what these guys do is just one, I think it's just knockback. They don't do any damage. That'll kill this guy though if I use, so really it makes more sense to use the tank for that. Unless I do something else. Yeah, okay, so I can avoid damage by doing it this way. I may need to reset my turn, but it's fine. It's a turn order. Alright, well, I mean, this isn't honestly ideal. That's gonna do 1 damage. It's too bad I can't do 1 more damage. I can do 1, but I can't do 2. If I could do 2, this guy would never even fire. Okay, well... I can actually move my guy out of harm's way, because this doesn't hurt him any, so I won't even take the damage. So that's fine, that's a good turn. Block 1, this guy will die, because he's taking fire damage and from the vet coming up, and then 1 spawns. That is a reasonably acceptable turn. So there's a fire damage, he'll fire, then he'll die to the Vex spawning. And just 2 fireflies, one of which is already hurt. Okay, that's an easy kill. Even with the mini tanks, that's an easy kill. And then this guy, we can just bump him in. No, fire won't do it. Okay, so here. And then we can just focus on this Joker. So the mini tanks are kind of useless now, so because they only do pushback. I don't need to push anything back, basically, because I've already won. So all I do is this. Easy. And we win. GG. No grid damage, no anything negative. We've gotten everything. That's Island 1. That's not something impressive or something that we should let go to our head at all. I think we go here, right? I mean, we have to... Basically, we could go here for an easy mode mission, but why do we need that? Especially on the first island, so we go for coal plant or... Yeah, let's do the tidal waves. Tidal waves are interesting, and they offer a more unique kind of mechanic, I guess. Probably have to go there. Basically, anything with this yellow marker is just, if it's not flying, it's dead at the end of the turn. And it's the very first action, so if any bugs, like this guy, can just knock into it. Okay. Well... Go here, go there, kill this guy. Artillery can fire here. That won't do anything to our tank that'll be here, and it'll knock this guy into the spawner, and he won't do any damage. That guy, yeah, okay, this is a good turn. Goodbye. So we can watch that guy die to the... Yeah. Bugs and water don't mix. Of course, there are flying bugs, which doesn't help. Okay, that was a fantastic turn, because this guy is not even going to do anything. The AI doesn't understand that if you end your turn here, it doesn't matter what action you take, you just die. So that's nice and easy. I mean... There's no reason to do anything. I'm wasting... Basically, I could block... The artillery should kill this guy. No, it shouldn't? I think I just use the tank, because one of these won't do anything. And then we can block one. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't think. Yeah, let's reset. Sorry. That was a bad... I made a mistake. Just being slightly dumb. That was the turn I wanted to have. Because now we block one and kill everything. You get this one Joker. I don't even, like, I'm literally not even going to move 2 out of 3 of my units. Couldn't have been easier. So sometimes the missions like this are really easy, sometimes they're kind of a pain. But first island tends to be easy, and now we're about ready for the boss. So basically on any island, I think you clear 4 spots, and then the other 3 are taken away. And then you have to go do the boss. So you can't get all the bonuses. You just can't, so you have to pick and choose. Alright, we have the boss, Firefly Leader. Shoots in 2 directions, and it does 4 damage. It's a lot of damage. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. You can go into water with your mechs, but they'll be waterlogged and they can't fire. So the artillery is in a little bit of a weird situation here, because it doesn't really have anywhere good in the back that it can just hide. Because there's always going to be 2 tiles that it can't shoot on, which is kind of frustrating. Okay. So I have a really easy out here. I just gotta bump this guy over to the side, but I kind of want to do damage to it. What options do I have here? I don't really have good options. What can I... Okay, so I can... This guy's easy enough to deal with. Yeah, okay, so I have 2 options for dealing with it. Which leaves 1 option for dealing... Okay, understood. So I need to go here. I think that's the ideal. Then I come down here, blow this guy away. I've screwed it up completely. This is what I have to do. I had to do this first. Now I'm good. So it's really unfortunate to waste that reset so early, but, you know, mistakes happen. Alright, now we're good. Now I can't make any more mistakes. So sometimes it pays to take a second to think through it and be smart. Don't make stupid decisions. I'm seeing very little reason not to do exactly what I just did to this guy again. This is like almost an identical turn, it feels like. Well, I can't really easily get this guy to block anything. And I have to deal with him, so whatever. That happens all the time. By the way, killing this is one of the objectives, so I am going to want to do that. Okay. Having some thoughts. Yeah. Alright, just, you know, some bonus damage for us. It's not really a big deal, but you never know when that helps. Get them to shoot each other. Every little bit counts, right? Now it can be one-shotted by the tank. We got some issues, but those issues may be beneficial because this Joker dies on or he explodes when he dies now. Well, they all do, but this boss thing is just like obsessed with going to that one spot. Okay, this is non-threat. In fact, I should just leave him there because that's a non-issue. Same with this guy. So I need the tank. I'll detonate. Okay, so that's a problem. But do I need to do anything? Yeah, I do have to do this. Shit, he's attacking second too. So I have to kill that guy. I have 3 threats and I can't deal with any 2 of them at the same time. I'm just worried this thing's gonna detonate. And I can't do anything about that. Yeah. So, like, I need the artillery to stop this grid damage. But this guy's gonna do grid damage anyway. Because he's gonna explode, right? Like, let's test this. It will, right? Yeah, okay, it resisted, so that's fine. We got lucky. Undeservedly. Alright. We deserve to take grid damage there. But we got lucky, you know? Call it that +3 grid defense. Let's blame that for preventing our death here. Okay, so with no enemies spawning, we really want to ideally not have to do every... Okay, perfect. No, that won't kill it. I actually don't really have a good way to deal with this. Do I need to? I do need to. I'm gonna take grid damage again. This is awful. Because of this asshole. How is your move so freaking limited? Is there anything I can do here? No, I don't think there's a single thing I could even do. Even with shooting my own guys, I think. Like, that's just such a ridiculously small option for movement. Fine, take the... We're unbelievably lucky. Why? Why did I do that? Am I still... Okay, that's karma. I got unfairly lucky twice, and now I'm gonna take grid damage because I'm actually a freaking idiot. That was incredible how I managed to hurt myself for no reason at the end of a mission that I undeservedly would have flawlessed. Okay, so that's an example of how you can be stupid into the breach and screw everything up for yourself. Just, you know. Perfect island, select one reward. I mean, perfect is maybe not what I want to say, but... I mean, this is okay. It stops attacks, that's actually pretty damn good. Move through enemy units, that's also really damn good. Grid damage is kind of mundane compared to the things that I could get here. I feel like this is such a get-out-of-jail-free card that it's hard to argue with that. Anyway, we'll spend our reputation. So we can sell stuff and buy stuff. We might as well sell Peter Volkov, because we don't really need 4 pilots. We got 10. Repulse. Can't use it because we don't have a science class weapon. Prime Spirit. This actually seems pretty okay. I feel like it's not gonna happen much. And this is artillery or targeted strike for anyone. Storm generator. All smoke deals damage to enemy unit. Ooh, okay. Some synergy here. This is actually pretty okay going into the desert island. Especially considering we have smoke drop. So I'm gonna do that and then buy 3 reactor cores to power stuff up. Leave the island. You get smoke drop. get that. This doesn't have to be powered. 1 use per battle. Okay. Alright. So I can power things up. I've got 3 more. I like buildings immune is just super useful. Basically, we won't hurt our buildings if we shoot at them, so we can repulse enemies away from buildings, which is kind of really helpful. I really like the damage on the tank. Having it do 2 damage is really helpful. But we might want dash. Let's take dash. I've never gotten that before. It seems like probably something that would help eliminate one of the major issues with that mech. We'll go for it. And with that, it is time to end this episode, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and hope you'll join us on the next one as well. If you did enjoy it, you can feel free to come by twitch.tv/electronicmoose. Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Check out a stream if you like. If not, thanks for watching here all the same, and I'll see you next time. Take care.